Okay, I'm back. Well, I didn't plan for this to happen, but you make applesauce out of apples, right? You make lemonade out of lemons. I did the day 24 reveal, and for some reason, I don't know why, my phone is actually plugged in, so it doesn't have anything to do with the battery. Bender's here. Hello, Bender. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, my good brother. Now we have both members here in the chat, here in this video. We have installed Christmas. We've fully installed Super Divorce. Super Divorce is at full strength. Now, I don't know what happened, but I was streaming. I revealed day 24's surprise. Of course, it was this Star Wars snowman, which we... Obi-Wan's here. Hello, Obi-Wan. Merry Christmas, Obi-Wan. Thank you for being here. This is better. This is better. What? As far as items, is this a better item? Much better. Before I got booted, where my YouTube app just inexplicably shut down. I don't know why it did that. But before it shut down, we were just discussing the fact that this was not the worst item. And I guess you don't hate the snowman. I don't hate it either. It's kind of cute. It's got its little helmet. We've just arrived at Christmas lunch. Don't think you can stay in the stream. Well, thank you for popping in at least. I guess you can always come back and watch later. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, because it's technically Christmas Day now, well, not daytime, see ya, Obi-Wan. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build our mystery construction out of all the extra pieces that we have accrued over the course of this month. So, if you'll please give me 1 second. You know what? I forgot to do this earlier. I was moving some things around my office because it's been an absolute disaster in there due to all these various Christmas gifts being stowed away, and I haven't had room to move. I was looking at my desk and I saw a single, very small Lego piece, and I cannot move forward with the construction of this month's mystery item until I go ahead and get that from my office. So please give me like 15 seconds. I will be right back. Just a second. There it is. Oh, there we go. All right. There we go. I had to get this piece. This was on my desk. It must have fallen out. I don't know how it did, but we have to include this. That's got to be included in our extra pile, what we're going to make our mystery construction from. So let's see, we've got some extra people in here now, right? Tico's here. The swine flu cure device, it's not been made. Oh, yeah, that is, you know what? Thank you for saying that. Thank you, Tico. Wolf Cub is back. Cub, thanks for being here. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what happened. We were sitting here, we were talking, we were having a good time, and then my phone just went back to the home screen. No idea why that happened, but it worked out because now, in a brand new stream that started on day 25 of December, that means we can go ahead with our our mystery construction, which, you know what? I don't think it's a mystery anymore. I think we're going to, now it's all come together, okay? What was it? Day 23 was this guy. This guy is here to save Rose Tico, and what he's going to do, you see, is he is going to be the one who constructs the swine flu cure device. It's going to cure Rose Tico of the swine flu and save the whole planet of Christmopsis. So it's all up to this guy. Where does this guy fit in? Where does the snowman fit in? It's just something that he wanted to do before he got started building his swine flu cure machine. So before he got started, he decided to build this little snowman, and that was the last thing that he had to do before he could go ahead and settle in for constructing the device. It's maybe that's what it is. Now it all makes sense, doesn't it? This is a cure trooper. He is here to cure anyone on this planet, in the planet itself. He's here to cure them of their ills. He is here to cure any diseases, and it just so happens to be that the disease he needs to cure this time is the swine flu that was brought in by the H1N1 swine flu starfighter. So that's the job for him. And before we do that, I would like to zoom out for a second, and I would like to get a nice little, I would like to take a little roll call here. Oh yeah, we need to put the hair on the snowman. Okay, that's a good idea. We've got to make the people happy. There we go. There. There we go. And in due course, Darth Tico will be cured of the swine flu. So there we are. Now I'm going to sit these two just over here to the side for a second. We'll bring them back in. Oh, look. Hold on. Can I?
They always want bacon, so I just brought it.
This is proof. You look over on the left and the right. We have plenty of bacon. The bacon is here, in case anyone wanted to know. Actually, this is not displayed properly. There we go. There. Christmas bacon, all set up on the right and the left. Left side bacon and right side bacon. Everything's good to go here. In case anyone wanted to know, in case there was any question about that. You guys here in the chat. Now, I don't want to leave these out the entire time for safety reasons. And because I don't want to get some sort of flu myself, I'm going to go ahead and put these back. But I want everyone... That's fine. No rush. I just don't want to leave them out throughout the entire stream. But anyone who's here now, you can see that we have bacon here because that is a request, it seems, lately. So we're all about making people happy and acknowledging our viewers here. So don't you worry. The bacon is here. It's around. Everyone watching now can attest to that. Okay. So now let's do our recap. Let's get a roll call. On day number 1, we had the George Soros land speeder. Now what's going on with this? It looks like, it's somehow that became disconnected at some point, rattling around inside there because we haven't taken these out in a few days. So that was day number 1. And then on day 2, what did we have on day 2? Right here. Does anyone remember what day 2 was? You guys should. It's the most important piece of this whole calendar. You guys should definitely remember what day number 2 was. Can we get some recognition for day number 2? It was you, Darth Tico. Absolutely right. And good job, Bender. You got your answer in just after Darth did. But Darth Tico, right here. Everyone's favorite, the greatest piece. And look how angry she still is. She feels awful. But we have good news for you, Tico. That's going to change today. I think that happy face is going to come back by the end of this stream. So there you go. Oh, I know. It's very sweet. It's the Christmas wish.
You give me that bacon?
Yeah. Here you go. Thanks to Jess for bringing the bacon.
You're welcome.
On day 3, it was... If you would like to guess, just for fun, before I reveal these, go ahead and say so. I'm going to put down day 3's. If anyone remembers what day 3 was, go ahead. But here it comes. It was the Arrowhead. No, unfortunately, it was not Anakin. Day number 4. It's okay that you got that wrong. I know you're not feeling well still, Tico. Don't strain too much before you get your cure. Then we had the Saber Tank. And then on day 5, next to Tico, definitely the best piece, I think, in this entire set. This IG-88 is just really nifty. They did a good job with it. It's just a really nice build. It really captures the essence of IG-88 in Lego form. It looks fantastic. Great piece. Great work putting that one together. To the people at Lego Lucasfilm. Day 6. What did we have on day 6? Yes. Yes, quickly, Tico just said that the IG-88 here, best piece, and unfortunately the only original trilogy piece that we got. Is that right? Is that... Well, that's not quite true. Wasn't this speeder? Isn't this maybe it's not the exact speeder that Luke had in A New Hope. And of course, Cloud City. That's right, Bender got this one. We built Cloud City out of Legos. Cloud City was day number 6. I gotta keep these open so I remember where I am. So that's an original trilogy piece. Let's see, and then 7. This was the ill-fated day that Rose Tico was infected with the H1N1 swine flu by the H1N1 starfighter. She was infected. The entire planet of Christmopsis was infected. Hold on, it looks like a piece has gone missing.
No.
There's a yellow piece missing. This has come off in the process of moving this advent calendar up and down my stairs from my office down to the dining room. It's unfortunate. Hope I find that. Day number 8. What did we have on day 8? Where are you? Over here you are. There you go. Day 8 was perhaps the most worthless piece. I'm not talking about the worst build. I'm just saying worthless. What's more worthless than a battle droid? What is more ineffective at doing what it's supposed to do than a battle droid? At least a gun rack does what it's supposed to do. The battle droid was built to say, Roger, Roger, and that's it. Actually, I mean, that's not what it was built to do. It was built to be a killing machine. It was built to be a soldier in an army. And all it's good for is saying, Roger, Roger. That is not kosher. That is an awful, awful thing, and it's an awful piece to include. Maybe not. It is iconic. I'll give them that. Unfortunately, it's unfortunately iconic within Star Wars. We have to accept that. Day 9, right down here. Oh, there. I knew. Of course, he would be the first one to fall down, too. You know what? You're just going to stay down. There you go. Is that what you wanted? That's day 9. We had... This was Grievous's personal ship. Day 9. 9. Guten Morgen. And that's about the extent of my German. And Guten Tag. Okay, then we had day 10. Okay. Let me just find it. It's up here on the top left. The top left piece was day 10. It was this pretty cool little little unit here. This is it actually blasts out this red piece, this little turret. Watch. I wonder if I can knock someone down. I wonder if I can knock down IG-88. Let's see. Oh, I missed. And the red piece just went careening across the floor. But I see where it is. I'll get that later. That was day 10. Day 11. I was going to pour them all in and see
Oh, okay.
what it takes to fill up.
That's fine. We'll
That-
get another one
okay.
outside.
Or you can bring me another one later if you want. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Day 11. Chaz Beer Pongo. He was supposed to come and save Rose Tico. He had the cure. It was in a vial that looked very similar to the hilt of the lightsaber. He walked over to her. He could have saved the day. He could have saved what he loved, in fact. But it turns out he was too drunk to do so. And he mistook the cure for another Coors Light, perhaps. And he chugged it down, only to realize right after what he had done. And then he proceeded to continue partying. So that's what happens. Hashtag drunk Chaz. What else would you expect from a guy named Chaz? You know, if your name is Chaz and you enjoy this channel, hashtag not all Chazes. Day number 12. What was day 12? What did we have on day 12? What was day 12? Day 12 was Anakin's starfighter right here. And he obviously doesn't love Rose. That's right. Chaz Beer Pongo, he loves his beer. He loves partying. He loves the idea of being a Jedi, but he doesn't love putting in the work it takes to keep up with being a Jedi. And I suspect that when he returns to the Jedi Temple, he will be disciplined by Yoda. He will be disciplined by Mace Windu. He will be disciplined by Kit Fisto. He is going to get a fisting from Fisto, because that's what happens when you mess up. Chaz is German. Is Chaz German? Oh yeah, because he loves his beer. Yeah, well, he could also be Irish. I can make Irish jokes now because I just got my ancestry thing back. What?
Just funny.
Yeah, I can make Irish jokes now because I just figured out that I'm Irish. Disciplined by Plo Koon. He could be disciplined by Plo Koon. But I never knew that I had any Irish, and it turns out that I'm mostly Irish. And get this, Irish, German, and what would you say? English.
Northern European.
Yeah. And a touch of Sweden, a touch of Swedish.
I have a touch of Swedish too.
Just a touch of
A
Swedish.
little sprinkle.
But like 30-something%, was it? No, it might have been like 40. It's like 40% Irish, 30-something% German, a touch of French, a touch of Swedish, and then Northern European. And absolutely no Native American. which I had grown up thinking that I had some Native American heritage, but apparently I don't. According to my ancestry kit, I have 0% Native American blood. I am super diverse. Am I? I mean, if you're just talking about the countries that I'm scattered from.
She told Nina that she'd have a cow.
She might. But I don't know. I'd like to say I'm super diverse, but a lot of people think that if you're, yeah. But I mean, it's all just like, I'm not making this claim. I'm not saying it's not diverse, but I feel like a lot of people would scoff at that notion because it's like mostly white. You know, people don't like to take into account different cultures. You know, across the spectrum of whiteness. That seems to be a point of contention in modern times. Yeah, you would say I'm just an average white boy. You know? People talk about erasure all the time. How about erasure of that? It's like, I should be able to say I'm super diverse. But because I'm Irish and German and French and Swedish and Northern European, people be like, you're not diverse. What they mean is that I don't have enough brown in my lineage. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that screwed up? How different are those cultures? Quite different. It's not the same thing to be French as it is to be German. It's not the same thing to be Swedish as it is to be French. What's that all about? That's a bunch of hogwash. Let's continue. Where did we leave off? Was it 13 that we were on next? 13, I think. It was this thing. I think from Rogue One. Is that what we figured out? This was like a Rogue One piece, I believe. Kind of a blocky looking thing. 14. What was 14? Oh, yeah. 14. The gun rack. The gun rack was number 14. And then number 15. What did we have for number 15? That was... Stop scooting. That was the Death Trooper. This is a cool one. I do like the Death Trooper. I think he's pretty neat. His helmet comes off and he's all scarred and angry, as you would imagine a Death Trooper would be. You wouldn't want him to look all happy and happy-go-lucky. Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky. He's not listening to John Mellencamp in his Starfighter. 16. Day 16 down here. I'm trying not to knock any of these pieces over. That was the Wraithtar. Kind of not very impressive. I don't think anyone was impressed by this. Down you go. There, I want to keep all these in frame. 17. Day number 17. Twas this dude. Yeah, I can't remember his name either. What are these fellas called? What was this guy? Can't remember. It escapes me at the moment, but that was day whatever I just said, 17. Then on 18 we had, oh no, look what's happened. Awful, awful. Tico's gonna head out. All right. You have a great Christmas as well. Merry, Merry Christmas. Thanks for stopping in, and we will see you soon, I hopes. We had this TIE fighter. Okay. There we go. 18, 19. What was 19? 19 was this Walker Texas Ranger right here. The Rogue One version. 20. Come on out. The Imperial Transport with the orange bottom. They really like their Rogue One in this advent calendar for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. 21 was this speeder. 22. Oh yes, the Christmas tree topper. The Christmas tree topper. The Star Wars Christmas tree topper. There we go. Bender says lame. Bender did not like the Christmas tree topper. He was not a big fan. 23 was the Cure Trooper. And 24 was our Star Wars Snowman. So there we go. And that is what the 2018 Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar looks like. Yeah, Momster Movies is Bender. Yes, Cub. As a matter of fact, it is. And here's just a look back, a nice little pan over all of the items that we got this month, as we please look forward to the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. There we go. And that's what it looked like. So now, what I want to do before we move on is I would like to pick out the worst piece in this assemblage. Out of all of these pieces here, which one is the worst? I'll take your votes now. I'm going to just finish this off real quick, and when I come back, I'll take a look here. I hope that you guys will vote. And also, I hope that you will hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button while I finish off this brewski, and while you're voting, please hit the thumbs up button. We got 5 people here. It'd be fantastic to have 5 thumbs up. Okay, I'm back. So, Cub said that he was sorry that Bender got eaten by the Predator in the music video for the track of the same name. That's okay. His sacrifice was greatly appreciated. Thanks for the other thumbs up, whoever did that just now. And it looks like Cub has voted for the gun rack as being the worst piece out of all of these. Bender thinks that the tree topper is the worst, followed closely by the gun rack. And now there seems to be a bit of a row breaking out between Cub and Bender, as Cub says in all caps, gun rack is clearly the worst. No competition. How do you feel about that, Bender? Cub says it's not even close. Bender seems to think that the tree topper is worse, but only by a slight margin. So, while we figure this out, what I would like to do is I'm going to show you something else real quick. You guys continue. The tree topper isn't even from Star Wars, Bender says. But then neither is the snowman. And you don't think that that is the worst piece here. So, well, okay, he addressed that. He says, at least the snowman is cute. Fair enough. The gun rack is functional. It does its job, but it's very bland for an item to include in a Star Wars Advent Calendar set. If it was the Futurama Bender, Cub says he would agree, but not with the Breakfast Bender. I kind of like the addition of Bender says he's all the Benders. But you know what? I kind of like the moniker of Breakfast Bender. I think that's got a good ring to it. If you were to be known as Breakfast Bender. So what I wanted to show you here is this. I got this earlier tonight. I'm not like a huge Budweiser guy, but my in-laws purchased for me, this was one of my Christmas gifts. This is a commemorative Budweiser Stein. They've been putting out one of these handcrafted steins every year since 1980, and I didn't know that. I actually have the box over here. So you can see just what I'm talking about. It's very nicely constructed, very well made. It's got a great feel to it. Hold on. So they've been putting out a Stein every single year since 1980. And this is kind of a quick look back at all of them. And there's mine, the one that I just got. This is my very first Budweiser Stein. And me being kind of well, I would say not kind of, but me being a collector, this has me kind of intrigued. I wouldn't mind having all of these. This gives me like another thing that I feel like I have to start collecting now.
No.
Oh, I know.
No.
I feel like it'd be cool to have a couple shelves, you know, maybe on the wall in the dining room somewhere. Just all of these, one after the next, year after year.
IKEA.
Yeah. Could probably pick something up at IKEA to make that happen. But anyway, I'm gonna break this in here tonight, right now. Oops, I just knocked over IG-88. Sorry about that. I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to zoom out just a bit. Can I scoochel this just slightly without everyone falling down? Just like to sit this here for a moment. There, yeah, that works. I don't know how many beers this is going to take to fill up. And I know that it's also kind of cross-contaminating because I'm using Miller High Life to fill up this Budweiser Stein, but I don't usually keep a Budweiser on hand.
Maybe you will now.
Maybe I will. Maybe this will mostly, sorry, I was reading the comment. Cub says he drinks mostly from the bottle. I normally do too. But then I get something like this, and it really encourages me to take the time to get a nicely poured drink. This is definitely going to take at least two. I just poured all of that in here, and look at that. This is a big Stein. Kind of like that show, Win Big Stein's Money. Remember that? Here we go. Pour in beer number 2. Oh, and the head's rising. This was a lot of head, I think. Hold on. I'm gonna have to try and get this under control. That's got to be a lot of head. Hmm.
Oh no.
Don't be dirty.
I'm not.
It's a family channel. It has to be. You have to have a family channel now on YouTube. Basically. Trying to get this, all these bubbles.
Nick Kroger didn't give me my stuffing.
Why not?
We got no stuffing.
We have no stuffing.
Christmas is ruined.
Christmas is canceled. No stuffing. Come on, go down. Damn you. Starting to. We're getting there. Bender says, Merry Christmas, Jess.
Merry Christmas, Bender.
She said, Merry Christmas, Bender.
That's so nice. You think of me.
She said, that's so nice to think of her. So this is number 3. I don't think all of this is going to go in here. Hold on. I got to keep with my left-handed approach. See how much we can fit. Bender said he can hear you. I was just repeating everything.
Oh.
Cub said, hi, Admiral Jess.
Oh, hello, Cub.
You're an admiral.
Oh, I like that. That's a good nickname.
Are you calling her Admiral Jess because she has purple hair like Admiral Holdo?
Oh, no. We don't like her, do we?
No. Is Jess Admiral Gender Studies?
No, be nice.
That's what they call her.
Well, don't call me that.
I didn't know if that's why he called you because, I don't know. I want to clarify. My wife isn't like Holdo.
No.
Cub says yes.
Oh.
I guarantee you my wife's not like Holdo. She's not Jess Gender Studies.
I'm blacking the hair back out.
She's going to make her hair black now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
If it was 2006 again, you could have been Jessie Gender Studies.
Why? Why 2006?
Because then you would have had a MySpace name.
Oh, yes.
You could have changed your name from Messy Jessie, which was what it was.
That was iconic, though. People still refer to me as that.
My wife's name on MySpace was Messy Jessie.
Messie.
Yeah, Messie. Jessie.
I was a cool kid.
But you could have been Jessie Gender Studies. Or just Jessie Gender.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that.
What do you guys think about Jessie Gender?
With a J.
Yeah, Jessie Gender with a J. That can be your new tattoo name.
Oh, I hate tattoo names.
Still is on Instagram, Bender says.
What?
Messy Jessie?
Yeah, my personal Instagram account.
Yeah. But what if she changed her personal Instagram to Jessie Gender with a J?
No way. I can't.
All right. This isn't going to go.
See, you encouraged me to dye my hair a funky color, and now everybody's shaming me for it. I had black hair for like 2 years, and like, get funky with it. And I'm like,
Yeah, we'll do
okay.
something fun.
Yeah. Now everybody thinks I'm an SJW.
Bender said he would unfollow you.
Oh, that's so mean.
This is nice and full now. I can't get much more in.
That's what
That-
she said. Or he said.
That's what he
He
said.
said, yeah, that'd be a he. Or maybe a she.
Maybe a she.
Yeah.
Could be a
let's not
she.
discriminate.
Purple is cool, keep it, Bender says.
Oh, thanks. Tell him thanks.
She says thanks. Jessie says thanks.
You heard me.
Mhm.
I got all my cooking done. I'm just waiting to wash my dishes. I don't want to ruin your stream.
I'm going to try and lap the rest of this up so I can fit more in.
Why do you have to lap it?
I got to lap it up so I can
That's gonna
fit
take
more
a
in.
long time if you're lapping. You're legitimately lapping.
I just have I have to take a couple Obi-Wan quaffs.
Oh, is Obi-Wan still here? Did he have to go?
Okay. There's enough space in the hole where I think I can fit the rest in now.
In the hole.
Yeah.
Gross. I don't like that.
Oh no.
Oh, I've got it. I've got it. Oh no.
What are you doing?
I'm like an elephant.
Talk about the elephant in the room. Talk about my wife. Knocking things over and all sorts of stuff.
Shit on the floor here. It's tablecloth. It's too
A holiday
long.
tradition since 1876, the Clydesdales. Obi-Wan is at Christmas lunch.
Oh, that's
He's having
fun.
Christmas lunch. The Christmas boy with his Christmas lunch. You know who's been a Christmas boy on YouTube?
Who?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, what's he been doing?
He's posted 2 holiday videos. He wished all of his friends on the internet a Merry Christmas.
Okay.
He said, "Hello everyone, I'm here in Hong Kong with," and then he sweeps around, and there's a big Christmas tree behind him. He's like it looks like in a hotel lobby, like a fancy hotel. And he says, "Hey, my friends, I'm here in Hong Kong with huge Christmas tree."
Oh,
And then like that was the whole video.
I like that.
And then he did another one today, and he was in his hotel room at his hotel room bar, looking out a nice cityscape, and he wished everyone a Merry Christmas, all of his friends.
Do you think he was really excited?
Yeah, he seemed like he was, yeah.
Getting into the Christmas spirit.
Cub said JCVD was cool, the movie, not the actor.
Oh, that's mean. I figured he was just so excited about Christmas.
I've never seen the documentary, the JCVD movie.
Oh, is that what he's talking about?
Yeah, I do like Jean-Claude though.
I mean, I think he's alright.
I think he's fantastic.
Was he in that kickboxer movie?
Yeah. We have a Jean-Claude video on this channel
Mm-hmm.
from Kickboxer. It is the Kickboxer Supercut, where I looped a scene from Kickboxer, and it was a lot of fun. It was good for a few laughs, at least from me. It's very good. Even Jean-Claude. Well, it should be good. He's great.
Mm-hmm. Is Ponyo ruining the stream?
You guys see Ponyo back there eating ham?
He's having her ham sandwich.
Do you guys like Ponyo? You like Miyazaki? Miyazaki films? I was just telling Jess the other day, oh, Bender's got to jump off for tonight. Got to be up in 5 hours for a 12-hour shift. Merry Christmas again. Love you guys. Love you too. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Bender.
Uh,
Fun with the old folks.
Have fun and get some good Christmas rest. Dream of sugar plums dancing in your head. Okay.
Mustache is very beery.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you have a big mustache. So now what we have to do is all of these guys need to go home now. They all got to go home because we are going to put together the mystery construction, which is actually going to be the device that's going to be used by the Cure Trooper to save Rose Tico. No, that's not where it went. Darn it. But we'll keep Rose out, and we'll keep him out. We'll keep the Cure Trooper out here. You know what? We can do that. No need to put them back in order, I suppose. We'll keep that out too, because he's been a big problem. That swine flu starfighter. That guy's been a nightmare to deal with. Yeah, it was an H1N1 swine flu starfighter. No good. And I don't think we got a consensus on which was the worst piece. We only got 2 votes. It was a tie. It was a tie betwixt the gun rack and what just happened? Another piece fell down. Holy crap. Oh no, where'd it go? It's gone again. What the what? Hold
Is
on.
it this?
Came over here. There it is. No, I found this little pesky piece. There it is. It came off the Starfighter. Yeah, we're gonna keep that out though.
What
This
are you
side
trying
goes
to
back
vote
there.
between?
What the worst item that we got throughout the entire month was. What was the most pathetic thing that they had us put together?
What was it down between?
The gun rack and the tree topper.
Let me see the gun rack.
I just put
Oh,
the
then
gun
that's
rack
okay.
there.
That's
No,
okay.
it's here it is.
Back out.
No, it's no problem. Here it is. It was down to these two.
I mean, I don't know, it's Christmas, so I feel like the tree topper should win.
What, win and get voted the worst?
No, better than the gun rack. Who's gonna hate me for saying that?
Who voted for what? I'm trying to remember. Cub. Cub said that the gun rack was the worst.
Well, I agree.
Okay. So Bender thought that the tree topper was the worst.
I don't think the tree topper's the worst.
Now we can vote again. And Cub says he's sure he will win. Because Bender's not here. The fake Bender. Breakfast Bender. Oh, we can keep those around for a sec. We might take another vote. I'll do it officially. I'll let you know if we take another vote here to figure out what's what. I think we all know that IG-88 was the best, besides Rose Tico, of course. She was going to win that accolade right off the bat as soon as she made her appearance. But besides Rose Tico, I think IG-88 was honestly the coolest. There you go, get back in there. Where are you? Where are you? Where's this one? Where is it? Oh, God bless it.
You say you have to build another thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna build something right here in just a minute. We're just moments away from a new construction. No. There it is. Okay, and these are the ones we're gonna keep out, just for the moment. Because these are being kept out because one of these two is gonna be voted the worst that we got this month. We're keeping this one out because this is what infected Chris Mofsis with swine flu. And Rose is being kept out because she is very sick and she needs to be cured. She needs to get this look off of her face. She needs to get her happy face back on, her lovely Rose Tico face. And we're keeping the Cure Trooper out because he's going to build something fantastic. It's going to be a fantastic build. And let's go ahead and get to that now. Here we go. Here are all of the extra pieces with this one included. I'm going to throw it in right now and just mix them up. That way we will have all of our pieces put together. There we go. Nice and mixed up. My wife, a former bartender, should be very happy with the mix.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good technique.
Yeah.
If you were a bartender nowadays, you have to have like a lot more really dumb flair about it.
Extra movements.
Yeah, it's not like back in the day with was it Tom Cruise?
Cocktail.
It's not like that where you're spinning bottles around. You just have to have like a fancy mustache, and you have to raise it above your head and like shake your booty while you shake it. It's real dumb. I don't like the new bartending style.
Maybe I could do maybe I should do a series on bartending in expose.
Yes.
Bargate.
Yeah.
And visit
Or
all the
go
bars.
16-bit and watch those.
16-bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a little silly over there. I like the games they have at 16-bit.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about a barcade nearby. But as barcades go, I think that Arcade Legacy Bar Edition is far superior to 16-bit.
I would agree.
That might be a hot take to some, especially to people who frequent OTR, Over the Rhine.
Well, they've got like
Yeah.
the really good food too. It's like trashy food, but it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as hip to the elites.
Well, it's more of, I feel like it's more of a purist bar.
Yeah.
It's like where real people who actually like video games and beer would go.
Yeah.
16-bit seems a bit more gimmicky,
Yeah.
trendy, where it's like people will go there, but you see a lot of people at 16-bit who probably haven't played a video game in 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, people who, like, you can just tell the type. They're going to leave there and they're going to go, yeah. They're not going to spend all night there. They might play one game and be like,
Oh my god, I'm such a nerd. I just
Yeah.
play Pac-Man.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
Exactly
Girls
that.
with their like full butts hanging out of the back of their pants. I don't get
Yeah.
that. The high-waisted shorts, but like your whole butt's not covered.
Yeah,
That's weird. You cover the midriff, but not the cheeks.
yeah.
It's a weird trend. I don't know that I like that one.
You probably won't see that at Arcade Legacy Bar Edition.
No, you wouldn't. The couches are too gross. You wouldn't want your exposed butt cheeks on there.
Mm. Maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. Some of these kids today,
That's true.
it's tough to say. Okay. So we have to build. We're going to build it on.
Says he's a 16-bit guy.
What's up?
Lone Wolf said he's a 16-bit guy.
You're a 16-bit guy. Well, maybe he thinks there's a bar that's called 16-bit Barcade.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're discussing is the fact that there's also another barcade nearby called Arcade Legacy Bar Edition. And Arcade Legacy, they actually have an arcade in a dying mall nearby called Cincinnati Mall. It is one of the only stores still open out of the entire mall itself, which is crazy because the place is huge. But Arcade Legacy Bar Edition is the bar that they opened up after they'd been in business for several years. And we're just saying, we're commenting and saying that we think that Arcade Legacy, the bar that they opened up, is superior to another bar with a bunch of arcade cabinets in Cincinnati called 16-Bit Barcade. 16-Bit Barcade it's very polished. It is a nice bar. Don't get me wrong. I'm not shit talking it. Oops. I'm not talking crap. I'm just saying that the people who frequent 16-bit, they don't strike me as the type of people who actually would be the ones who are playing video games all the time. And
Kind of depends on what day of the week you go to.
yeah,
If you go on-
definitely if you go on Friday or Saturday. And look, good on them, because I'm sure they're making a lot of money those
Oh, yeah.
days.
Yeah.
And it'll allow them to stay open. So here's my advice, that if you wanted to go to 16-bit, you should go during the week.
Mm-hmm.
I think they do, at least they used to do a Beastie Boys night on Thursdays that I've still not been to, that I want to go to sometime, where they play Beastie Boys all night, which is pretty cool. But if you're going out on the weekend and you wanted to go to a barcade in this area, I would recommend going to Arcade Legacy Bar Edition, because it's not going to be overcrowded with just like the kind of club hoppers. They're going to go into 16-bit for 20 minutes, get a drink, play Pac-Man one time, and then walk down the street to a different bar. That's the crowd that you're going to get there that you probably won't have to deal with if you go to Arcade Legacy. So that's my spiel on that. Okay, so here you go. This is our Cure Trooper, and he is going to put something together for Rose Tico to cure her of the swine flu and perhaps destroy the H1N1 swine flu starfighter at the same time, and maybe even get Rose Tico off of this planet. Beastie Boys are cool. They appeared in Futurama and made a new version of the score. I didn't know that because I've never watched. Well, I've watched a couple episodes of Futurama and I liked it, and I like that humor. I've always enjoyed The Simpsons, though I've really not watched it much since I was a kid, and I feel like I'd probably like it even more now as an adult because there are a lot of adult jokes, many more adult jokes than there are jokes that kids are going to understand. That's kind of a project I'd like to undertake at some point, to go back and watch all the Simpsons episodes. And same thing goes for Futurama. And apparently Futurama is Cub's favorite series ever.
Oh. Just did the Futurama sleeve.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my wife, she is, of course, a tattoo artist, and she just did a full Futurama sleeve for someone. Three-quarter sleeve. Is it on your Instagram?
It is, yeah.
What's your Instagram?
Just at Jessie Villars, Jessie. Well, I'll just put it in the comment section. How about that?
There you go.
That way.
Jess is going to drop her IG into the comments, and then if you want to go and check out this Futurama sleeve that she did, you can go ahead and do that. It's pretty neat.
It was a lot of work putting it together because she wanted about 15 to 20 characters in it, so.
And it's not fully healed, though.
Yeah, it was part fresh, part healed, so.
You said his skin was not the best at holding color in some spots, so.
I'll probably
It
do
is.
one more pass on it, but it's mostly done.
Yeah.
You get the gist of it.
All right. So let's put together some sort of thing here. Now, I don't know how you guys are. Let me move him out of the way. I want to take just a little bit wider view here, because this is something that I like to do anytime I'm putting a Lego build together. I like to kind of get an idea of what kind of pieces I'm going to have at my disposal. I like to separate them all into their own piles so I know how many of which style I have available to me. And he's not here right now. What was it? Mini Build or Mini Builder? I can't remember the exact name of the guy's channel. But this might be the way that Mini Builder works. I don't know. I feel bad. I haven't really watched much of anyone else's channels lately.
Because you're mean.
Well, yeah, that's one reason, because I'm mean. No, it's just things have been very hectic.
Yeah.
Things have been crazy with the holidays, going here and there, and we've got all these different family members we have to go see, and they.
Nobody gets along.
Yeah, nobody gets along, so we have to go and visit certain people at certain times. We can't just do it all at once. It's, it runs counter to the holiday spirit, but it is the way it is, and that's what we have to do. So it's better to see them this way than to not see them at all.
Mm-hmm. Except for tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we stay home. We'll open our gifts, and anyone who wants to see us can come to us. That's become the Villars Christmas Day tradition. We do not leave our home on Christmas Day, and I am very thankful for that. I feel like that's a good policy to have, I think, for anyone with a family out there. It's like, get all your traveling done, unless, of course, you have people out of state that you're going to see. In that case, you make your concessions, but if you can, I would highly recommend getting yourself into a position where you can tell people, look, we'll do our get-togethers on Christmas Eve, or even like the week or a week or two before Christmas, if that's the way that we have to work it out. But try and stay home on Christmas Day. There's a real value in it, I think.
We always have a nice feast, plenty of food for extra people to stop by.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Instantiate a bit of an open door policy and be like, hey, if you want to come over, feel free. We are not going anywhere though. So
Y'all can suck it.
they can.
Are you allowed to say that?
Yeah, I think suck it's okay. As long as you don't say what you want them to suck. Because you could always, that's ambiguous enough. You could always say, well, I was talking about a lemon, which that's of course what you were talking about
Of course.
just then.
What else is there? You know?
Nothing. Well, lollipop.
Oh, yeah. A sucker.
Yeah. Getting all
Hard
these.
candy. Werther's Original.
Yeah, you could suck on a nice Werther's Original.
Do you know what you're building yet, or are you trying to figure that out?
No, I'm going to put something together. It's a mystery.
But do you know what it is?
No.
You just
Well, I know what the function is. The function is it's going to be a machine to cure Rose Tico of the swine flu.
Okay.
But, and I think that we had said something about maybe the Christmas tree topper being a cure, like a cure machine. But I'm going to retcon that and say that we were mistaken and that it wouldn't work. Maybe it worked in the past, but it's missing a piece now. And so the cure trooper has to build a brand new cure device. But that's good because it's his specialty. Hey, Fearless Fishing. How's it going, pal? We've been at it for a little while here. We have revealed in the previous stream, actually, we revealed what the final piece in the Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar was. And it was, let me put this over here. It was the Star Wars Snowman. Did I put him back? I guess I did. It was this guy. Now, I switched his hair around with this guy, who we are now calling the Cure Trooper. He is here to build a machine that's going to cure Rose Tico of the swine flu. Originally, the Star Wars Snowman looked like this. Came with the helmet. But what we decided to do for Super Divorce's channel canon is we gave him the helmet. He built the snowman as one last act of sort of joy and recreation before he was to get to work on constructing a machine that's going to be used to cure Rose Tico of the swine flu. And so when we took his hair off, we decided it would be good to give that hair to the Star Wars Snowman, who's going to hang out just back there. And he'll be right here.
You want to know it's Christmas for you yet?
Oh, yes, it is. It is. It's been Christmas for just over an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember where you are, Fearless. Mr. Fishing. But yes, it's Christmas for us. And for Cub, I guess it's wanted to remind. Oh yeah, my Spotify link. I checked that out. I don't know what's up with that. I copied and pasted that directly from Spotify, so I don't know why that's not working. That's going to be quite an endeavor to try to fix, because I've copied and pasted that exact link into almost every video for the past I don't know how many months, and it doesn't work, and I don't know why, because I'm sure I tested it before I put it in the first time. I don't know why it's not working now. that's going to be an investigation, and it's going to probably take me some time to go back and amend all of those links that aren't working now. So I do appreciate you bringing that to my attention, because that gives me an opportunity to go back and sort that out, which I will do. So, also, Fearless, I showed everyone this. I got this nice Budweiser Stein earlier tonight from the in-laws. I'm not a big Budweiser drinker, but this is a very nice Stein. It's handcrafted, and with the box that I showed, just to let you know real quick, in case you're curious, apparently Budweiser has put one of these holiday Steins out every single year since 1980. And these are all different designs. And I was saying earlier on the stream, I feel like it's given me something else I feel like I need to go back and try and collect now. Now I want all of these. Now I want to go back and try and find all of these Steins and get like a nice display in my dining room. Because I love, I don't know, something about Steins, something about mugs. I love coffee mugs. I have way too many of them, and I need to figure out a way to effectively store all of them, because they're it's getting out of hand.
Yeah, it's a lot. Get some wall shelves.
But they're not all mine. You've got a bunch of mugs too.
I like mugs too.
My wife has a bunch of mugs as well.
Well, you pick one up when it's like of sentiment, you know? It's nice. It's a nice little take home. And then each one is tied to a sentiment, so you don't want to throw that one out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We have a lot of those, and we both drink a lot, way too much coffee, so yeah, it's nice to have.
Okay. So let's try and put together this mystery machine. A mystery machine. Here's a fun fact. I have actually built a Scooby-Doo mystery machine with my son. I bought him the Lego mystery machine, and that actually turned out to be very cool. It has since been disassembled, unfortunately, so I can't show it to you now, but if you ever see it, if you like doing Legos, that was a fun one. Okay, so what kind of machine to build? Well, okay. We don't have any long pieces to hold anything together in kind of I would say in an obviously horizontal shape. We don't have a good base. They didn't give us anything like that as far as extra pieces go. So
Lazarus might have one.
no, we can't do
Oh,
that.
you can't.
I can't bring in extra pieces from the outside. That would be cheating. That would be cheating. So I think what I'll start with, it seems like it'd be a good idea to do a back and forth of these two right here. Cub says we need a time machine to prevent The Force Awakens. No, in fact, what you need is a time machine to prevent Rian Johnson from writing The Last Jedi, because he wrote it before The Force Awakens. That's what we learned recently. And that is very unfortunate, yet telling news. It shows you how bass-ackwards the entire Disney Lucasfilm approach is. You know? Think of it. How crazy is that idea that you would have Rian Johnson write The Last Jedi and then have J.J. Abrams put together The Force Awakens without having a conclusion in mind for the entire trilogy, for the sequel trilogy as it's called. That's just nutty to me. That makes no sense whatsoever. I don't get it. I don't know how you could, I don't know how you can justify that. Nobody wrote The Last Jedi. They made it up as they went along. Well, unfortunately, it seems that it has come to light within the past week that Rian Johnson did write the first draft of The Last Jedi before The Force Awakens. It's crazy. It's asinine to do it that way. You know, why not? To me, they should have done their homework, and they should have hired one person to write all 3 films.
Yes.
Does that make any sense to you?
Oh yes, I would. Got a Christmas hot take for you.
What's your Christmas hot take?
How about I clean up these dishes and we don't clean the playroom tonight?
That's not going to work.
Why?
It needs to get done.
Well, I know, but I'm off the next 2 days. We can get it all shaped up.
No, it's not going to work.
If you do that, you're not going to go to sleep tonight.
I'll go to sleep.
Tomorrow will be miserable.
I'll go to sleep. It'll be fine. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm trying. It's going to be a challenge to get all these together and not have any left over, because you don't know how all these pieces fit together. It's like, seemingly, when you put one of these on top, that's going to cut off your vertical build capabilities, because you can't put anything on top of this piece. So I'm going to have to extend the construction outward by using these pieces and connect different things onto those. So what can I do here? I can continue the build upwards with these style pieces. So we'll put this on top of there,
Ooh, you could use one of these
like that.
to reconnect. Does that connect to the circle part? You can have like an arm that sticks out.
To the circle part like this.
Well, yeah, I'm at the top, but that works too.
Well, I don't think they'll clip around
Okay.
like this part. Yeah, that I don't think that'll work. It's too.
What about these tubes?
The tubes.
Yeah, a little arm could be holding a tube. I don't know what you can do with that, but
Well, this can go. We can do an arm like that, and then we can put another piece on to extend the build out. Oh no, that doesn't work.
No.
Okay, so maybe that would work. Yeah, that works. So you can go like that. Okay.
Will it mess you up if I wash dishes?
I don't think so. I don't think that'll mess me up.
Too loud. I don't want to leave them.
And then, let's see, maybe this one back here, like that. And then another arm piece maneuvered outwards like that. And then we're going to have to extend the construction out that way. So we've got, now we can move outwards here, we can move up in the middle, and we can move outwards from this one, and we can also go horizontal downwards, or sorry, vertically downwards. Is it a Borg trooper? A Borg trooper with the capacity to heal whatever it comes in contact with. I kind of like that. That sounds cool. A Borg trooper. So, let me see. I've got to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As soon as I attach one of these to any point, it kills the prospect of adding on top of it, because they're flat. You can't do anything else with those. So let me see. This is a way that I can add more outwardly. Okay, we're going to add this piece to the bottom. Sorry. I'm trying to stay within. What we're doing here is pushing this in, and is that going to work? That seems to stay. Okay, so now we've got another point where we can move horizontally outward. And the way that we're going to do that, we've got more of these. We can put that black piece right there. We can add a trying to check this out here. How about to the bottom? Oh dear. Oh dear. How about up here? If you see anything you'd like me to try, then let me know. I'm willing to try different things here to make this work. That might be good. How many of these pieces do we have? This is what I have to do. I have to take inventory of how many of these little guys, the ones that are actually good for the process of extending the construction outward. You see what I mean? So we can kind of break these into groups. These are like arm pieces. We've got like kind of stick pieces up here. That's like an arm piece. These are all pieces in this pile that are like dead ends that you can't do anything else with. That once they're used, they kind of stop your construction. There's not much you can do with those. Okay, so what we'll do next is maybe build upwards. I could build upwards, or I could build. I could put like a flat base. No, that doesn't work. Maybe with one of these on the bottom. A white bottom piece like down here. That might be useful. If I can use this, if it'll stick in the bottom of it, but it doesn't seem like it wants to. It seems like it's the wrong size. How about one of these? Does that work? No, that won't stay in there. The bottom of this piece is too large to stick in, but oh boy. That's awful. But what if this was the top? What if I went the other direction with it? There's no rule that says I can't do that. In that case, do I give myself any other options? Will this go? No, that won't work. No, that doesn't work. How about these holding the hilts? If each one of these is holding a hilt, then what? Does that give me any options? Can I do anything different there? That's definitely something to explore. Oh no, I've just, okay. There we go. So we're trying to build this machine to cure Rose Tico of the swine flu. I've got my Budweiser. Yes, we are still going. We're still going because we're still trying to construct this machine to rescue Tico. I have to use all of these pieces or else it's not going to work. All these pieces have to be used in order to rescue Rose Tico from her demise. Now this might bode well, okay? Yeah, thanks for coming back, Obi-Wan. I don't know how long you can stay, but thank you for dropping back in. So now, this possible, as Wolf Cub has suggested, it might be called a Borg Trooper. A Borg Trooper to cure Rose Tico of her swine flu affliction. So you can do that. And what next? What next? We can add some of these little pincers. The arms, we can connect the arms like this, and each arm could be holding one of these little clamps. Drinking Sam Adams out of his Obi-Wan glass, going down real nice. See ya. All right. Well, see ya. Okay. We're going to add another back here. This thing's getting wild. This thing's starting to get wild. Real crazy now. Look at that. Isn't that looking crazy? Looking fantastic. Okay. Let's not lose any steam here. Now, so here's what we've got. This little stick can go up top right here, like that. We've got this stick. And what's next? We need maybe okay, we'll extend this right here like that. We'll extend that one and then add this handle. This would have been used on a speeder, and this is kind of like turns into kind of like a fork. I don't know what that's going to be used for yet. Now it looks like something from Nightmare Before Christmas, Cub says. Yeah, it is slightly nightmarish. And then we'll, okay, what we're going to do now back here is we're going to start building up a little bit. And we're going to do a red, followed by a translucent, followed by another red, okay, followed by this. Hey, JP's here. What's up, JP? We're in the process of taking all of the extra pieces that we've gathered over the course of revealing the Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar pieces. And what we're doing is we're making a device, or rather, well, Cub wants to call this the Borg Trooper. Cub wants to call this the Borg Trooper. This will be the thing that saves Rose Tico from the swine flu. Rose Tico, who's back here, very ill, with this horrible sour look on her face. Lovely Rose Tico has been rendered sour-faced by the swine flu, but the Cure Trooper here is going to build this machine, and it's going to walk up and it's going to save her. It's going to save the entire planet of Christmopsis, and all will be well. What is this? Wino Wrench? Wino Wrench? Jess, why are they asking me Wino Wrench? What does this mean?
Is there a wrench that you should be using that you're not using?
And then he said, am I not pretty enough? What kind of wrench are you talking about? I don't know what. Are you referencing something?
Is my heart too broken?
Wino Wrench?
Yes, his heart is too broken.
Don't I make you laugh?
Oh gosh.
Obi-Wan Reviews. JP says, I care about my viewers. Am I too outspoken? I don't know what you're talking about, Obi-Wan.
Me neither.
I think you've had too many Sam Adams.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And I've not had enough.
Obi-Wan's drunk.
I've not had enough Miller High Life yet in my Budweiser. Stein.
Want me to put some bourbon in it?
No, not in my High Life. Jess just asked me if she wants me to, if I want her to mix bourbon in with my Miller High Life. I don't think that would be a good idea on Christmas Eve. I have to wake up in the morning and do things. So, here we go. This is a good spot. Maybe. No, not yet. Not yet.
He says, "Why do you see right through me?"
I think he's singing a song of some sort,
Probably.
but I don't know what that song eels. So then I'll add this on top. A red topper. Okay. Followed by, I'm kind of feeling a gray. This is like Cincinnati Reds colors up here. We're doing a gray. And then we're actually going to add a brown down at the bottom. We're going to go back down here for a sec. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This is tenuous. This is a tenuous construction. Very, very fragile. JP says Brewers rule. I hate the Brewers. Can't stand the Brewers.
Boston Brewers?
No, not the I'm not talking about beer. I'm talking about baseball.
Oh.
The Milwaukee Brewers.
I was thinking of Bruins.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Boston
yeah, that's
Bruins.
what you're talking about. Sorry. It's late. I'm tired.
Are they still Milwaukee? I haven't followed baseball closely for like 10 years. And then I watched a game somewhat recently, and like the Brewers had switched leagues. And I was like, what's going on here? What is happening? You know? Why are they- why-
Have a beer before I go to bed?
Sure. I was like, why are they shuffling around teams from between the American and National League? I don't like that. It messes with my childhood. Okay, so let me see here. What next? Well, I know it didn't just happen. I'm just saying I'm saying when I saw that for the first time, because I don't follow baseball very closely anymore, it was disconcerting. It was not news that I caught immediately because I don't really actively follow these days. So I saw that and I was like I said, I was taken aback.
Okay,
I
one
didn't-
on deck too. in case
Oh.
you want it.
Thank you. I didn't think it was very appropriate. I thought it was an inappropriate thing to have happen. Where can this go? What do I do with it?
Ooh, I like that creature so far.
You like him?
Yeah, looks neat.
It's tough. It's a tough build.
Yeah, well, they gave you like shit pieces. Oh, crap pieces, poop pieces.
Oh yeah, poopy pieces.
I don't think it helps if you go back and correct it after you've already said it.
No, I don't think so.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. But I don't know what to do with stuff like this. This one's there's no good place for it.
Stack it on that and make it like a pointy hat.
I can, but then you see there's like all these pieces left over that as soon as I add them, it cuts that point off,
Yeah,
and I can't add anything else to it.
they didn't really give you much to work with here.
So
I don't think you have to use all the pieces, do you? I mean, that looks like it could already cure some swine flu, if you ask me.
no, I need to try and use as many pieces as possible,
What?
or I feel like it's not going to work. Maybe hold on, I had an idea. Let me try this. JP is going to bed. Merry Christmas to you, JP.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for stopping in. I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow, and hopefully we can talk soon. Okay, so I'm gonna
go to bed as well.
Jess is going to bed. I'm gonna see this through.
I'll finish watching upstairs, but
That's fine.
I would help you with the room, but I know you've got a system and I don't know what it is, so
Here, this is
if you need me, wake me up.
okay.
I love you.
Love you too. I'm being
Bye,
fancy
everybody.
here. Oh no. So I'm trying to be a fancy boy. Okay, I've got. Oh Jesus. Things are falling apart. Okay. Okay, I've added this piece right here by making the top and the bottom share the same connecting piece. That's given me some respite for the moment, but I'm still gonna have to add all these pieces, all these dead end pieces. What else do I do? Look at all these. This clump over here, it's like as soon as you snap these on, that's it. Game over. Game over, man. There's nowhere to go with those pieces. These pieces will not do work for you. You can't snap them on to any rounded little tiny stick pieces. You can't do anything with these. So what can I do now? I can't do that. That doesn't do anything. I could put this on the front. It could be like a lever of some sort. I mean, I might as well go for it at this point. I'm running out of options. I'm just going to have to start doing stuff. Can't just stare at it forever. It's not going to help anyone. Now this seems to be wanting to pop off. What's going on? This was staying just fine this whole time. Now it wants to act like it's not going to work. What? Oh my God. Why won't it stay now? Okay, what if we do this? How about that? Now we've just had to change the entire configuration. Have to snap this back in or get it to stay, whatever we want to call it. Very tenuous at the moment. Okay. If it falls apart, it clearly ruins the script. Yeah, it can't fall apart like that. We can't have that. This now needs something. This needs something. What am I going to do? I don't know. I feel like I'm almost stumped. I can add that. I can do that kind of gig. I can add this piece up here. I can add another one like that, and this right here, like so, and take this apart. I'll even take this one and put it right here. Try something different, subvert expectations. That's what I need to do. That's what I'm trying to do here. This is not what I expected to build at all. So I feel like I'm trying to subvert expectations. It just doesn't seem to be working. This won't stay attached. Nothing wants to stay attached. Hold on. Okay. I think this could subvert expectations. Let me see. Because no one says that I can't. No one says everything has to snap just so. I could subvert expectations by doing something like this. Like, oh, would that work? No, that's not. But I could, yeah, I could add like a swinging sort of thing. I could put this on the end of one of these. Here, how about this? How about I subvert expectations like this? What if I go like this? I put this on, and it kind of, it's like a swinging lever. It's a swinging lever now. And then, okay, it's a swinging lever. And what else can I do with that? What else could be done with a swinging lever? I could put it on the bottom like this, So now it's got like the lever bottom. It's like a ball. You can roll around on it, or maybe even hover if it's magnetic. It's like an anti-grav ball perhaps. And what next? Now we're left with these. These are all dead end pieces, we'll call them. Okay? Pieces that once connected, they ruin the possibility of connecting anything else. And I just don't know. I just don't know what else to do with these. I don't see how these can be added. I really want to try to get them all in here, but they're very unruly. They won't stay attached to these small bar pieces. They won't attach there. They would only attach to your kind of standard issue, well, things like this, you know, those connectors. That's the only place that they would go. So what can I do? What can I do about that? These just might be, they might be scrap. I don't know if an expert Lego builder would have been able to do anything with all of these, especially with this one. This is a very, very particular special piece, you see. So I tried my best. I really did. I think this is going to be it. I think this is what we're going to have to try and use to save the day for Rose Tico. Send them to Ruin Johnson. He likes dead end pieces. He does. Ryan Johnson would be very happy with all of this. Only you know what Ryan Johnson would do is he would have this thing not be able to save Rose Tico. He would have her die. He would actually kill Rose Tico in this scenario. He would have swine flu triumph, and he would have us try to convince ourselves that that was a good thing. That's what Ruin Johnson would do. As far as I'm concerned, that's a bunch of hogwash. It's no good. And I don't like these extra pieces floating around. I was hoping we could use everything. I can't connect anything over here. It's horse wallop. It really is. And it's a bunch of malarkey. I don't like it. I have one more thought that comes to mind here. And I don't know if this is valid. But something does come to mind. I have to see something. I remember where that goes. Well, that won't really hold. No, that's no good. If that would have held up, that would have been something, but these little arm pieces can't clasp and grasp these pieces the way they would need to do anything significant with them. So I think what we're going to have to do is just admit that we did what we could. We tried to make the best machine that we could on the behalf of the Cure Trooper, and we're going to have to see if Darth Tico can be brought back from the brink by the Borg Trooper that's going to try to use his self-manufactured cure for swine flu to try to fix the ailing Rose Tico. So let's move these out of the way. They don't mean a damn thing. And we'll zoom in. Okay? So here's how it's going to play out.
Oh, well, I'm so happy that I was able to build this nice snowman. but I feel like now it's time for me to get down to business. So let's bring the snowman on over and Rose Tico. There you go, Rose. Borg Trooper, come on in. Okay, Berg Trooper, what I need you to do is go ahead and cure Rose Tico here of the swine flu.
Here's what he's going to do. He's going to administer the serum that he just created. Open wide. Glug, 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 glug. Did it work? Did it work? Did the Borg Trooper cure Rose Tico? Let's zoom out and see how. Hold on. Look at that. Oh, she's not mad anymore. She may not look happy, but she's not mad. She's perfectly Rose. She's Rose. She's Rose again, guys. It worked. It finally worked. Rose Tico is going to be okay. Darth Tico, if you're watching this, you're going to be okay. You've been saved by the Borg Trooper. You've been saved by this Borg Trooper. Darth Tico, Rose Tico has been saved. It was able to spin up a nice juicy serum. It was able to save the day, and this saga, this Advent calendar saga, here on the planet of Christmopsis. And here's what he's doing. Look, you got to zoom out so you can see. He's just going all around the planet, just spraying this cure. Oh, it's such a glorious sight. Oh, yes, it's so glorious. What better day to have this happen than on Christmas Day? Tico's saved, ready for episode 9. The Borg Trooper cleans up the entire planet of Christmopsis. It all worked out, guys. It all worked out. The best piece here, Rose Tico is saved. We saved what we loved. Yes, we did. The Cure Trooper we have to thank for his contribution, for his ingenuity in coming up with the Borg Trooper, for inventing it on the fly. We really didn't get a definitive answer on which was the worst out of these two. Was it the Christmas tree topper, or was it the gun rack? The world may never know. It's just going to be a mystery that remains, I suppose. And maybe next year, just maybe next year, when the Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar 2019 comes out, and we come back and we go through the entire thing, then maybe we'll bust this out again. And hopefully the channel has grown by leaps and bounds at that point, and we'll have hundreds or thousands of people in the stream weighing in, shouting out what the worst piece of the 2018 calendar was. We'll get this out, and we'll take another vote on it, and we'll see once we have a bunch of people here what was the worst piece this year, since we couldn't decide this time. It was just a tie. And what's the future of this? What's the future? What's in store for the Borg Trooper? Will the Borg Trooper come back next year in 2019 to partake of the 2019 Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar? I don't know. I don't know what will happen. But I'll tell you this much, guys. I've had fun. This has been a fun little series. It's been a fun experiment. I didn't know how this was going to go. I purchased this Advent calendar that we've been opening up the panels for. I think I purchased it way back in like September or October, and I held off on doing anything with it because I wanted to use it for this channel. And what is this? Obi-Wan says, I look forward to going back through this and seeing what you said back to me, but I notice now wrench yet, probably because we're all equal. I don't know what the you're talking about, Obi-Wan. I have no idea what this wrench is about. I don't know what this wrench business is. I feel like I'm being toyed with. I feel like you're trolling me, Obi-Wan. I don't know what the wrench is. What's the wrench? Was I supposed to do something with a wrench? I don't know. I don't know. Okay? Obi-Wan wants to be a moderator. Oh, is that what the wrench is about? I see now. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay then. I get it. You've never mentioned being a mod before, Obi-Wan. You've got to give me some context, bruh. I didn't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know? You want to be a moderator. Obi-Wan wants to be a moderator here on the Super Divorce YouTube channel. Okay. Now I get it. He's Australian, so he speaks in riddles. Apparently. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's not that I don't trust you. I just feel like it would be pretentious for us to even have a moderator at this point. I don't feel like our streams are big enough, you know? We're at what, 252 now, I think? We picked up a couple more tonight. Picked up a couple subs tonight when I was over in the... I don't know if you guys follow Lookner or Agenda Free TV. Best news in the business, I think. 253. Okay, good. Yeah, you guys should go check out Agenda Free TV for your news. He does a fantastic job. And it is exactly what it sounds like. He does agenda-free news coverage, really like news should be done, where he reports the current events, big stories that are breaking, kind of unfiltered. He does an awesome job. Just a one-man news network, basically. And I was over on his stream tonight, and he did a rare, laid-back, sort of novelty stream where he was just doing a live Christmas Eve stream, and he was going on Wikipedia and showing people the history of Christmas pudding, and showing subscribers who would send in their Christmas trees, pictures of their Christmas trees, pictures of their stockings, and he actually featured mine. He featured my Christmas tree and my stocking that I sent pictures of to him. So it was pretty cool, and I think I picked up a couple subs from being in that stream tonight. So that's always fun. A wrench means work. That's true. Obi-Wan, if you want the wrench, bruh, I don't know. I'd say what? Maybe when we get to 500 subs, it might be time to look at our first moderator. Cub says he's a mod on some other streams and it sucks. A wrench means status and power. Yeah, it does. If you're serious about it, Obi-Wan, I would say out of anyone, I would be willing to make you our first mod. But I think we need to get, like I said, to at least like 500 subs, because it just seems like it would be a bit pretentious of us to even have a moderator before we're at that level. Then you'll really have it made, Obi-Wan says. Give him the wrench curse. Yeah, well, you'd be like Fafdu. You can unleash Fafdu in the streams. You'll have that power, you'll have that status where you're wielding your sword and you can just strike people down whenever you feel like it. As a privileged white male, what better way to protect the patriarchy than to make sure that the first moderator that we bring on board here at the Super Divorce YouTube channel is a straight white male. That seems like a great way, because this is one of those rare occasions where the patriarchy is getting together out in public on YouTube, and having our weekly meeting out in the open, making sure that we protect the patriarchy. Yeah, so that's really good. That's a good idea. Cub said that there is a rule about mods, and it is that they need a beard. Sorry, Obi-Wan. Yeah, Obi-Wan did just shave. Obi-Wan says he has a shadow now. Well, shadow's not going to be good enough. We're going to need full beard action to have you brought on board as a moderator. And so you've got a little time to grow, you know. We've got, I feel like we got a little time before we hit 500. I don't think it'll be too long. I really feel like it's going to pick up. I was just talking to good brother Andrew about this earlier, and he said it would be a good goal to have 1,000 subs by the end of 2019. I would like to be at 5,000 by the end of 2019. I would like to have 5,000 subs by the end of 2019. I don't think that's unattainable. I really don't. So, we'll see what happens though, right? We'll see what happens. My grandma gave me a nice picture of me and Jess last night. You guys want to see a nice picture of me and my wife? This is a good picture. This is a really fantastic picture, I think. I'll show it to you if you want. And then you can grade it or talk crap. You could also talk crap about it if you want to. That's up to you. You have free speech on the Super Divorce YouTube channel within reason. Cub said, okay, he'll check it out. Cub will check it out. Really need to get over 1,000 subs so we can get that damn monetization going again. You know what I mean? That's some crap. It used to be just the thing, like I don't think they had any restrictions on it. The only restriction on YouTube used to be that you had to have 100 subs to be able to get your own custom URL. And we hit that. And that was a big deal because we weren't going live every day or anything. That was just like for us trickling videos out here and there. We finally made it to 100 subs and we were able to make Super Divorce our official like YouTube/Super Divorce page. That was a big deal. That doesn't even mean anything anymore. But here's a good picture of me and my wife, I think. I really like this picture. I think that's a good picture. You get to 1,000 when you send me the other instrumental versions. Oh yeah, I do need to do that, don't I? I totally forgot. Sorry. I apologize for forgetting about that. But yeah, I'll have to get those to you. So there you go. That's a nice Christmas photograph. A nice winter photograph. There you go. Okay. So I need to go and clean my son's playroom so there's room for whatever Santa brings. Yes, please make me big in Europe. I would like that. That'd be cool. Make us big in Europe. Actually, I saw that we have a decent amount of listeners in Sweden. I was looking at our metrics on Spotify, and we have a lot of Swedish listeners for some reason. I don't know why that is. Yeah, a picture of us. Look at this photograph. We have a lot of Swedish listeners. I'd like to come over to Europe and play some tunes sometime. That would be fun. As long as these things don't get too crazy over there. You guys are getting silly. Got a lot of silliness happening in Europe right now. This whole migration pact. You guys are, your restrictions on free speech and stuff, that stuff's creepy. That's creepy. Can't start restricting your free speech. You don't want to give that up. That's Wolf says that he has a friend in Sweden, Sci-Fi Night Channel, works for the MMW. Yeah, just don't give up your basic human rights. That's all. I don't think that's too much to ask from my European brothers. Just don't give up your basic human rights. You know, don't let people take away your right to say things, to talk. You've got to be able to talk. You've got to be able to exchange ideas, even if you don't like what someone's saying. Don't go down that road. That stuff's no good. That is no good. I would call that Bush League. Obi-Wan wants to know if Cub's beard is ready for showing live on the internet. Cub, are you prepared to show your beard live on the internet? And Obi-Wan, I'm sorry, I don't think I asked you. Did you get anything really cool? Was Santa good to you? Was Santa good to you this year? On Christmas Day? Did you attend service? Did you do anything besides, I don't know if you're still out with your family. Maybe you are. Cub said never on the beard, and Obi-Wan said, I see. Channeling his duo. Shenmue. Can't wait to get back to it. Can't wait for Shenmue 3 to come out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope our channel has like 25,000 subs at that point. It'd be fun to do a 25,000 sub playthrough of Shenmue 3. Cub says you can't show his face because then everybody sees that he's a robot. I wonder if Cub's favorite song on the Super Divorce album is Let Me Be Your Robot then. And when I said that just made me think how little I reference our music on this channel. I don't talk about us being a synth pop duo much more except for mentioning it in the intro to every video. That's about it. We don't really talk about it very often, do we? It's one of Cub's favorites. Let Me Be Your Robot. Yeah. It's a fun song. Good Brother said he'd never show his face, but he waited long enough and he slipped up eventually. Mwahaha. Yeah, I feel like you probably didn't get a fantastic look though. I think it was pretty quick. I've asked him before. I was like, "What if the channel blows up and we end up going to like conventions and stuff? You know, what are you gonna do then?" He says, "I guess he'll get a mask. He'll be like Doomcock. He'll have to get a good brother mask of some sort, or Cecil." That's why I'd like Mr. Peter to come around more often, because I think he's like a good, he fills that Cecil role. I like listening to Cecil. It's like and Mr. Peter to that extent. You know, they've got that vocal styling. It's good. It's good. We need to. I would like to feature him on the Super Divorce Super stream. I think he'd be a good person. He'd be a good brother to have on. I think the Super Divorce Super stream will happen. We'll get there. We'll just have to. I want to make sure that everything's set up properly. I don't want it to be a Bush League stream. You know what I mean? So we'll get there. It's on the list. MMA, this kickbox wrestling thing. Well, I like wrestling and I like MMA, so that's cool in my book. All right, fellas. Well, I'm gonna go try and get things cleaned up for tomorrow, and I'll be on here at some point, probably in the afternoon or early evening, and we'll just do a quick walkthrough, and maybe show off some of my new wares, and also maybe some of the wares that my wife and that my sons have picked up on Christmas. We'll see what Santa brings to the house and see what kind of goodies we have. So that'll be fun. That'll be a fun little stream. So I know that people are busy with family stuff and whatnot, and it's a special evening, so I appreciate you guys hanging out, and hopefully you'll be free to come in tomorrow and have a good time and see what all we got. And until then, my friends, take real good care. Super, super, very, very, very Merry Christmas. Thank you guys again for being here, and we will talk to everyone soon. Good night.